And welcome to our final place of the day, where it's time for us to relax with coconuts. So, we found this one lovely little place called Dolla's Corner, and we're going to have some coconut desserts. Now, these desserts are really fun. There's a lot of different variety in how to make these. So you see these cafes and these little dessert spots all over Ho Chi Minh City. And we're gonna walk inside. We're gonna see what our options are for today's dessert. And we're gonna sit down and relax for a little bit with that. Okay, so let's head inside and take a look at what they have. All right, I see something with matcha. I see something with coffee. I see some fruit. It looks like we're gonna have a good time. Chị ơi, một yêu đam matcha và yêu đam cà phê. Hala hala get Dalla coffee. That is where we are. Okay, so we've ordered our coffee and we've received our lovely array of desserts here. I'm definitely going to go to the gym after this. So we have our coconut with coffee. Now the way this one is designed is it is the coffee or the cafe suda on top of the coconut cream. Now this one is the same but a different style. This one is a Cafe Din espresso shot with the coconut cream on top. So although they are the same, the way they're mixed together and so the flavor and the texture will be different. This one is matcha with the coconut cream, and then this one is the haifang, just coconut cream, and of course a bit of milk. So for our first one here, our mixed coffee, I'm going to take a sip of this first, and then I will mix it. So when I take it out here, the way it sort of drips, you can see that's very thick. So these desserts are designed to be an almost smoothie consistency coffee drink. And you can see that there are ice cubes in here as well. So it's kind of like an iced coffee dessert. And then you can see we have the coconut flakes on here as well. On the top, I've already mixed it into this one, but you can see we have these crispy pieces of coconut. Now these are wonderful. If I could eat those on everything, I would. A little bit too unhealthy though. Thickness of the cream really creates, it's sort of like the coconut coffee I had earlier. It really creates that thick, milky consistency that makes you just want to relax for a bit. I can imagine myself studying in here. I'll grab my Vietnamese textbooks and just relax with some music and one of these desserts and just create such a wonderful, relaxing afternoon of it. Now, if we dig down to the bottom here, let's see if we can get that out without making a mess. You can see here we also have these cubes of jelly. Now, the jelly here in Vietnam is a bit different than you might imagine. It's not like a soft, tender jello. It's more of a thicker gelatin, so it has that cartilage sort of crunch to it. Now, that is a very your preference style. Some people really love that texture, some people don't. So if it's not your cup of tea, you can always order the drink without it. The jelly we have in this drink That flavor is reminiscent of black tea, so that might be jellified oolong or black tea or something similar. For this one, we have sort of a coffee tea with a bit of coconut cream consistency. That's lovely. For our next one, we have the same thing here. I'll go ahead and use the same spoon since they're both coffee. And you can see again, we have the crunchy coconut and the coconut shredded on top there. And we dig down to the bottom here. I believe we have more of the jelly as well. Yeah, you can see it through the side of the cup here. We've got more of that jelly. And I will try to take a sip of this before I mix it too much. Now this one has a really, really lovely flavor. The milk that they've used for this and the mixture of the different liquids, it has an almost vanilla ice cream taste to it. So even with the coffee, it only adds a subtle hint of extra flavor. So you can really taste that milk and that sort of vanilla in there as well. So if you're a coffee lover, the coffee is the best. If you want something that feels more like a milkshake or relaxing Sunday afternoon, that other coffee option is really good. Now the matcha, you can see here, the consistency is a little bit more wet.
And let's mix that together. Let's see if we can get some of our jelly out of the bottom there.
There we go. Now, you can see the jelly in this one is clear. So this one is more of a, yeah, this one's more of a coconut jelly, I'm assuming. So we have the matcha, we have some milk, bit of condensed milk, and we have that coconut jelly as well. This one's a really refreshing flavor. It's got a very floral kind of taste. So if you like matcha, definitely grab that one. This one is more of a refreshing taste. So if you don't want something as intense as coffee or as sweet as the Haifong, that's a nice middle ground. Our final contestant here, we have our Haifong coconut. Now this one, let me take a sip of that first. Now, I mixed a bit of the matcha in there on accident. You can see it's got a much more watery consistency because they have coconut milk on top there. So that by itself is wonderful. Now if we mix the milk and the coconut
cream together there. There we go. It's a little bit thicker.
and it really intensifies the flavor of that coconut. Now, this one is a lot similar to the coffee because it has that sort of vanilla milkshake sort of taste to it. But that the milk and the strong coconut notes as well make it a very refreshing mix. You can see with the shredded coconut and the fried coconut there on top, mixed with all the coconut in there. It's a very strong sort of coconut aroma and flavor, but you'd be surprised at how refreshing that is. Coconut doesn't have to be some sugar-filled dessert. It's a very light and refreshing flavor despite being a dessert. The notes of vanilla from the condensed milk are really good as well. So, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. If you were here right now, which one do you want me to share with you? I think I'm already calling dibs on the coffee though, so you'll have to pick a different one. Now, for our next video, we'll take a look at some more exciting foods. Let us know if you want to go to a specific district or if there's a specific food you want me to try. I'm not scared of anything, so feel free to challenge me, all right? So I'm going to go hunt down some new friends to help me finish these, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback or ideas, and I look forward to bringing you on my next adventure. Thanks for joining me in District 7. We'll see you next time.